I want you to control the first part of your day. Chart your start. Willpower comes from setting goals and keeping those commitments to yourself.
Instead of planning how to get to 100% of the way, you take action immediately on getting 2% of the way.
Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, this is Carmichael, and this channel is created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back. A lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you as well. You've got Michael Jordan level talent at something. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, in how you raise your energy level and get more stuff done. Mentor me, Evan. Rule number 1, chart your start.
Number 1 is chart your start. What you do in the first 15 minutes of your day matters. Chart your start. Have a plan of action. Most people wake up like an accident. Most people wake up, they're tired, you pull out your phone, you start looking at your email, and what are you doing when you're looking at your email or looking at social media? You're responding to other people's emergencies. You wake up, you're tired, and the first thing you do is you start responding to other people's emergencies. I want you to control the first part of your day. Chart your start. Understand what it is that makes you come alive. Understand what is the action that helps you feel bold, creative, unstoppable. We've all had it. You've all had moments where you have felt bold, courageous, and unstoppable. What led to that? Reverse engineer yourself. What led to you feeling bold? Is it watching a video? Is it reading a book? Is it having a conversation? Is it doing a meditation? Is it taking your dog out for a walk? Is it cutting the grass? I don't care. There's no judgment. I don't care what the thing is that makes you feel bold and courageous and unstoppable. I just want you to do it daily. I want you to start your day with intention. Most people don't start their day with intention, and that makes the difference between the people who achieve success and the ones who don't. And so chart your start. Figure out the thing that makes you come alive, that makes you feel like that big crazy idea of yours is actually possible, and put that into the first 15 minutes of every day. If you did the thing that made you feel bold, courageous, and unstoppable in the first 15 minutes of waking up every single day, not every day will be amazing, but I guarantee you that your life will look unrecognizable from where you are right now. Chart your start.
If you want more confidence and motivations, please check out our 254 series. The link is in the description below.
If you're doing work that you love, you're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work, because you love doing it.
The people who win work the hardest because they love what they do.
Create an outline and a schedule. What I found really helpful for me was to create an outline at the start.
Rule number 2, develop your willpower.
Willpower comes from setting goals and keeping those commitments to yourself. When you set a goal and you complete it, you build more willpower. You are teaching yourself, you're training yourself that you are the kind of person who sets goals and sees them through and finishes them, which gives you greater willpower to go off and take on bigger and bigger and bigger goals. But when you set a goal for yourself and you don't follow through, you don't complete it, you're teaching yourself, you're wiring your brain that you are the kind of person who doesn't have a lot of willpower. You're training yourself that you are the kind of person who does not follow through, who quits when it gets tough. So that's why it's so important that you are very careful about the goals that you set for yourself, because once you set a goal, you have to finish it. You have to follow through, because that will change your perspective of yourself. If you finish it and you do it, willpower grows. If you don't finish it and you quit, willpower drops. So here's a quick example from my life. I was driving to Boston. I drove there with my wife, with my film team. We decided we'd go for the weekend, and it was a long drive to get to Boston. How long was it, Nina? 8 hours, 10 hours? How long was the drive? Something like that, 8 hours. It was late. We got in super late. We got in at what, 2 in the morning? 1 in the morning? Something crazy. After an entire day of me driving. I'm not sleeping in the car, I'm driving. I'm doing the whole leg myself, driving the team. I arrived super late. Everybody's going to bed. And I had set a goal for myself that I was going to run for 30 minutes a day. I was going to run for 30 minutes every day. That was my goal. That was my commitment to myself. Now, we get there. It's late. Everybody's going to sleep. it would have been very easy for me to go to sleep. It would have been very easy for me to let myself off the hook and say, it's okay, it's late, you know, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do double tomorrow, it's late, it's no problem. It's very easy for the people around me to say, don't worry about it, Evan, like it's late, you could do it tomorrow. Everybody will let you off the hook. When everybody else will let you off the hook and you want to let yourself off the hook, that moment, exactly, precisely, is where you develop or lose your willpower. Because when it's easy, when your calendar is perfect, when there's no interruptions, when you have all the time in the world to do something, then you do it. It's easy. It doesn't build your willpower. You don't feel great about yourself. If you win a race against 3-year-olds, you don't feel great. You're not cheering that victory. But when it's hard, when you don't think you can do it, when everybody's saying don't worry about it, when you feel like you're at your wit's end, when there's every excuse and every reason in the world why you shouldn't do it, and then you still do it, that's when you build willpower. It's when it's difficult and you do it that you build willpower. And so I did my run at 1 in the morning or whatever time it was. And it was a brutal run. It was not my best run. I did not burn a lot of calories. It was not my peak. I'm tired. I'm gassed. I'm doing my run. And even though I didn't get a fantastic physical benefit from it, and even though the next day I woke up and was more tired compared to the people on my team because I slept less, I'm giving myself pats on the back. I'm giving myself high fives like crazy. I've just built my willpower. I've just built my credibility with myself. I've just built my respect and confidence internally because I did the thing that I promised that I would do when it got hard. That's the difference. That's how you build willpower. So I'm going to give you a 3-step process to help you start building your willpower right now. We're going to start making some changes in your life. You ready? Here we go. Step number 1, write down a goal for yourself today. Whatever time you're watching this video, you still have more time left before the day expires. I want you to think of something that is a goal for yourself today. What do you want to have done? You're going to make some momentum on, you're going to make some progress on before today is out. Write down that goal for yourself. Step number 2, how can you immediately take action on it? As soon as you set a goal, you want to immediately take some kind of action on it. Momentum matters so much. If you set a goal and then you drift off to something else, coming back to that goal and being in that same mindset will be really challenging, really difficult. Momentum matters. You just set an intention. I want to get this goal. This goal has to happen before the end of the day. Great. Immediate momentum. I want you to make yourself proud today. You make yourself proud by doing the difficult thing that you said you were going to do. We're building willpower, self-respect. So what is the immediate step that you can take right now to make progress on that goal? Write it down and then do it. And step number 3, repeat this for tomorrow. Bring this into tomorrow. You've just done that goal for today. Amazing. Clap it up. High five. High five. Pat yourself on the back. Amazing. It's great. Again. Do it again. Do it again. What's your goal for tomorrow? Write it down. My goal for tomorrow is X. Maybe it's just to wake up on time. I'm not going to hit the snooze button. You hit the snooze button, that's telling yourself, I just set a goal and it's okay not to do it. That's not how we're going to start our day. Maybe your goal for tomorrow is I'm going to wake up at X a.m. tomorrow. Or maybe it's I'm going to have that difficult conversation. Something that is simple to do, but is difficult for you. Getting up at a certain time is simple. You just get out of bed. But it doesn't mean that it's easy because you're tired, because you're not used to it. Having a difficult conversation is simple. You pick up the phone and you call them. Or you go meet them. It's very simple, but it's difficult. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. It's simple, but not easy. So pick a simple, but not easy goal for yourself for tomorrow and then do it. And then every time you do that, you're building up more willpower, more self-confidence, more self-respect. Follow that 3-step process. Change your life.
Rule number 3, take immediate action.
As soon as you get that idea, while you're feeling bold, while you're feeling inspired to go off and take some kind of action, I call it the 2% difference. Don't worry about trying to get to 100%. Don't worry about planning and strategizing and figuring it out and thinking. That's what most of us do. You get an idea, you think, you start thinking, right? You plan. How do I get to that 100%? No. You've lost because you're going to wake up tomorrow a different person, because you're going to go home today, plan, and wake up tomorrow a different person and then not take action because you're scared. Because your brain will start talking you down from that crazy big idea. Your brain will talk you down from going off and living your truth. That's what's going to happen. That's what always happens. And so while you're feeling the energy and the momentum, you got to take some action. Instead of planning how to get to 100% of the way, you take action immediately on getting 2% of the way. 2%. The 2% difference. Go from 0 to 2%. If you can't take immediate momentum to getting 2% of the way, you will never get to 100%. You have an idea to make a YouTube channel. Great, go make a video right now, today. ASAP, the 2% difference. Make your first video right now with your cell phone. What most people will do is start researching, right? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to wear? What's my hair going to look like? What camera do I need to get? What phone do I need to get, right? What's my lighting going to be? What microphone? Think, and then never do. Because you're a perfectionist. You're going to perfect your way out of ever living your truth. The beginning is messy. It's supposed to be messy. Go off and get your 2% difference towards finding and living your truth. Quick example, my story. I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now. I was walking down a beautiful summer day last year, and I decided that I was going to take Nina to every city in North America with 1 million plus people. Every city in North America, 1 million plus people. That was my decision. Great. What's my first step? Action. The 2% difference. So it's not, here's what most people do. It's not go home and research how many cities there are. It's not go home and make a plan for how we're going to do this. There's lots of reasons why it's not going to work. Nina still had a full-time job. I had no idea how many cities there were. I had no idea what the next step was going to be. Just do something. Immediate action. And so I thought right away, 5 seconds later, here's my goal. Great. 5 seconds later, this weekend, let's hit one city. Boston. Nina had never been to Boston, so I thought Boston was the closest city to Toronto. It wasn't. Pittsburgh actually was. And on my tour, the people in Pittsburgh told me, they let me know that Pittsburgh is closer. But it doesn't matter. This weekend, we're going to go to Boston. It was a Wednesday that I decided, and on Friday night, we were leaving for Boston. Boom, I hit 2%. Just 50 cities, we're going to hit one this weekend. We're going to get 2% of the way done. On the way back from Boston, we decided to do this tour that I'm on right now. And now we're going to hit 50% of the cities on my list. Momentum. That's the thing that's missing, momentum, because you're trying to be perfect. You're trying to fully understand your truth, but you can't think your way through your truth. You have to experience it and feel it. And the starting point is a 2% difference. So take whatever idea that you have and train yourself. I want to burn this into your nervous system. This is one of the most important things you can do of all time. As soon as you get an idea, action, idea, action, idea, action. The more you can shortcut that window, instead of taking a week to take action or a day to take action, immediate, 5 seconds, idea, boom, some kind of 2% action, and expect it not to be perfect, expect it not to be the best plan. My plan was wrong, right? Pittsburgh was closer. In my head, I thought it was Boston. We went down the wrong path, but the momentum is what matters. And now we're 50% of the way. And now I'm going to close that gap and get the rest of it, the 2% difference.
Now I've got a very special bonus clip on inoculate your judgment that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing questions. Let's go from watching a video to taking actions. Here we go. Question number 1, what are you gonna do in the first 15 minutes of your day? Question number 2, how will you develop your willpower? Question number 3, what immediate action will you take today right after you're watching this video? And if you made it this far in this video and you promised to take action after watching, I want to celebrate with you, so give me a #believe in the comment below.
The more you live your life based on what other people think of you, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. Listen, you're an entrepreneur. You want to do crazy things. You have a bold, ambitious vision for what you want to accomplish in your life. You want to change the way something's done in an industry, right? That's what we want to do. We want to change the world. You know what? There's a lot of people who want to protect the world, the status quo. They want to protect the way things are done. You want to come in and shake up an industry? There's a lot of people who want to protect that industry. There's a lot of people who don't like change. There's a lot of people who are so afraid of seeing you be successful because it means that they suck, right? There's a lot of people who will, in your environment, in your family, in your home, your friends, people who they don't want to see you win because it means they suck, because you've left them. Because it means that they're not good anymore, because they judge themselves based off of what everybody else is doing. And a lot of people have someone in their family who went off and crushed it, and they tried it, and then they failed, right? They tried it, they may have had some success, and then they failed, and now nobody else around them is allowed to be successful. All they want to do is pull everybody else down. They took their shot, ultimately didn't work, now they pull everybody else around them. You can't let that be you. The more you want to go off and have a bold, ambitious life for yourself, the more you're going to have to learn to what I call inoculate yourself against judgment. You need to inoculate yourself against judgment. The judgment of your friends, your parents, the people around you, the general public, social media. Inoculate yourself against judgment. As long as you care what other people think of you, you will lose. You will play small forever. You will not be living your version of your life. And so how do you do it? How do you inoculate yourself against judgment? Here's how it goes. Anytime you feel your heart beating, boom, 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 boom. Your heart's beating, you're nervous, you're scared, you're worried about what somebody's going to think of you, you have to do the thing. You train yourself. Even if it's not an expression of you, even if you don't really care about doing that thing or not, you have to do it just to train yourself. Something like this would have been really difficult for me 10 years ago. Filming on the street was really hard. I'd be worried about what people think of me. I'd be worried about me standing here in San Francisco, people walking by, what they think of me. Yelling into my phone, yelling into this microphone here, talking to you guys right here. It's scary. And so because there's potential judgment, you get scared and then you don't do the thing. Teach yourself to do the thing. If filming in public sounds like a scary thing to you, like, oh, I couldn't do that, go do it. Go find the busiest street that you can find and then go make a video. And here's the thing, expect it to suck. You're not gonna be great the first time you do something, that's okay. Expect to suck, expect it to be the worst video you've ever made. And then pat yourself on the back and say, I did it.
And if you want to learn how to use your quarantine time, please check out the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. I'll see you there. Believe.
I'm Evan.
And I'm Mark, and on this week's episode we talk about
All the crap in Mark's life.
and why Evan is the starter of everything.